What is a perfect square? In this video, I'm going to give you a brief explanation of what that term means and what it's referring to, because you'll hear the word perfect square a lot. So first we need to talk about perfect square numbers. What are they? A perfect square number is one whose square root is a whole number. For example, 4 is a perfect square number because the square root of 4 is 2. You can make a list of the first 10 perfect squares by taking the whole numbers 1 through 10 and squaring them. So here we have the whole number 1, 1 squared, so 1 is a perfect square number. 2 squared is 4, so 4 is a perfect square number. And as you see going down the list, we have 9, 9 squared is 81, so 81 is a perfect square number. Now, perfect squares with variables, you can also have that. You can multiply something by itself, it becomes a perfect square term. An example is going to help you see it better. So let's take a look at x squared, which can be written as x times x. So x squared is called a perfect square term. But in this case, x to the 6th is also a perfect square term because it can be written as x cubed times x cubed. Remember, the multiplication property of exponents, that says we can add the powers. So what that means is as long as the power can be divided by 2 evenly, it's a perfect square term. So which of these is a perfect square term? X to the 5th or x to the 8th? It's going to be x to the 8th because that can be written as x to the 4th times x to the 4th. It's divisible by 2. So these will come in handy when learning to factor difference of squares such as x squared minus 36 or a perfect square trinomial such as 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. Because the difference of squares allows us to basically take the square root of the first and last term and put it into a formula that says if I take the first square x, the last number 36, square root is 6, the factoring is going to be x plus 6, x minus 6, and you can multiply that out yourself to see that it works. Perfect square trinomials such as this. 4 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square, so that should come out to be, well, the square root of 4x squared is 2x, so 2x times itself. 9 is 3 times 3, and so I'm going to put plus in here, and if I multiply that out, you're going to see that it works. In a future video, you'll learn more specifics about how to factor these special products.